lot of pressure, man.
Yeah, it is.
Evil,
Knievel.
not our real names.
Nailed it.
Oh, you want me to do my bit? Okay, here we go.
Who are those guys?
Who are those guys?
You're gonna love it.
It's just a little independent. That might have been too much, man.
Bon appetit, Todd.
Oh, monsieur, you flatter me.
I know.
Live from Carnegie Hall.
This is
in the kitchen, in the
wow.
bowels of the basement.
So many people need to know so much about us to unpack all that you just said and put together. Hello, everybody,
It's
and
a
welcome
big suitcase.
to a lot of independent, but a little independent podcast, the show where friends talk about independent, obscure, and just plain weird movies. My name is Ryan.
And I'm Todd.
Hi, Todd.
Hi, Ryan. And you are just looking lavishing this evening. And I want to say you are just getting right into it. There's like no foreplay. I mean, you just boom right into it.
Oh, is that not our want?
How are you?
Are we getting feedback?
How are you, Ryan?
That we need to
How are you doing? How's life?
We need to salve up the nipples more and stuff.
How's the family?
Life is in progress. Thank you for asking. Watching movies is a very important part of it, especially with a child home from college. So we're trying to do our best to adhere to old traditions and make new ones.
Is she here? I didn't see her.
No, I don't know. I think she's giving blood.
She's home and out and about. Okay.
Not like trying to sell blood for drugs, drug money.
She quit her
Bobcat
job.
And Scrooged. Yeah, I made that Scrooge reference. Like, that's what Bobcat's doing in Scrooged. He's selling his blood for booze money. And she's like, you can do that. I was very happy
Well,
that
have you tried using
she
staples?
wasn't into that. Yeah.
Don't you
It was a
touch
very
him.
sweet moment. It was a very sweet moment. And she likes to cook. And I feel like this episode
Speaking of,
could be our most Epicurean and culinary episode. You could have a dinner party to this episode, and there's several dishes I want to talk about for hours.
good, because I'm one of those guys that looks at the menu in a fancy restaurant and says, "Can you explain what this is?"
And that's fair, but this was a more kind of foodie movie than I expected. I didn't know what to. Once we got really into the food of the apocalypse, I didn't know if it was going to be corny, tongue in cheek, but I thought it would be interesting to explain how we got to this movie.
And a question I do have is, where is he getting
Yeah, I know.
all
of
this
that aside,
ingredients?
New Missoula is very special, but our film today is Cuisine de l'Apocalypse.
2025, like our most recent.
So we're really staying current.
On current events.
But we have been prompted, like a previous film, Don't Mess with Grandma, a.k.a. Sunset Superman, to do this one. Somebody affiliated with this film reached out to us, and that is really, really cool. And it looked like a fun movie. Do you remember when, if I maybe presented this to you, what was your initial reaction when I said, guy makes a cooking show in the apocalypse? Did you say yes immediately? I can't remember. Was that
I can't remember. This makes for great podcasting. I don't know.
Well, Mr. North, we'll talk about where you got those arms from somewhere else. How about that old reference? But the idea of on paper, when reading the email, I thought this sounds super fun. I love bizarre concepts.
I love how. So AI is obviously related to this movie, which we'll talk about. But I love how you would ignore our emails ad nauseum because, they're all AI. They're all AI. It's not real.
That's saying way too much on our show. But
I'm the behind the curtain guy. Yeah. I'm exposed.
Yes. Please put your testicles away. We don't need to be that real. But the idea of...
don't you feel it?
The idea... Get yourself off my leg. The idea that of preserving some normalcy after the apocalypse. And I like movies that touch on the apocalypse has happened and we're rebuilding of some sort.
Right. But it's also not giving up on your dream no matter what the conditions, right?
And he says a line
an
early.
apocalypse isn't going to get in the way of him doing his cooking show.
Yeah, but he says something early that may be one of the more critical lines, or the line of the movie, where he says, "Food matters." And it's not in the idea of survival, because everything about this is very excessive.
Yeah. And they use the granola bars throughout the journey to reference that
smatter campaign on granola bars. Holy cow.
Granola bars are not food.
Well, all right. I am going to, and I didn't read the description when we talked about it when they asked us to do this. And what's exciting is we have a connection to interview similarly to Jason with Don't Mess with Grandma, aka Sunset Superman, to interview the writer-director of this film and potentially a star. So that's exciting for us. And I'm just full disclosure right now. I had a blast with the movie.
I enjoyed it.
I really in tears again.
Yeah.
Don't Mess with Grandma got me, and this one I shed tears during this film.
So this is why the show exists, right? To celebrate independent film. And these guys, the last two, this one and the last one are, as independent as it gets. And so this is a real joy.
Yeah.
And
a lot of heart.
I love to celebrate their art. So
we're
great.
going to get after this film description. So IMDb says, after the world ends, one aspiring chef refuses to give up on his dreams and creates the apocalypse's first cooking show.
Yeah.
How does that grab you?
At everyone's peril, at the peril of the human race.
But the description is good. It's very accurate. And what's interesting is I would watch that alone, but you could say much more about what happens in this movie.
Oh yeah.
So there's much more that happens. I thought we may be in New Missoula the whole time. There's a whole second and third act elsewhere, which is amazing. All right, so you think that's?
I want to hang out in that saloon.
Oh gosh, yeah, the shops. What shops? It is billed as a comedy.
Absolutely.
Period. That's it. Comedy.
I'm good with that.
Me too.
I
would say there's
you want to
action.
go sci-fi, fantasy, blah blah.
Maybe throw action in there to make it more appealing in a way, because there's fun action, there's some fighting, there's a journey.
There's a lot of shoveling.
Maybe that's another genre, because I like a movie where there's a journey. Where they have to saddle up a pone and they have to go somewhere.
And you have little clips of Atari from 1980.
The 8-bit. The 8-bit thing
what
was
does that
genius.
mean?
Genius.
I heard him talk about the 8-bit in the interview, and I'm like, and that he loved that from another movie wanted to put it in there. What do you mean by 8-bit? Is that like the
Atari?
Right, but that's
how many bits of graphic, I think. I mean, technically, I don't know, but it kind of reframes early Atari. Oh yeah, it's very stylized, and it's really cool, and it's used as a narrative device.
Yeah.
Which is
the little VHS
incredible.
tape, which
incredible.
We love VHS.
It stars, and this is, I believe, pretty accurate time to be, Kevin Jack as John. Okay, let's just go. Aside from Kevin Sorbo, have you seen anybody in any of these movies before?
No.
All new to you?
Well, the motherboard looked really Natasha looked familiar.
Standout,
but
breakout.
I scrolled through her whole thing, and I'm like, I must have just seen her in comedy. She's just like one of those people that you've seen.
She's
but
a comedian. She's a comedian primarily, stand up with her husband, Moshe Kasher. Shout out.
Well, I know I saw she was on a couple episodes of your favorite, the Art Garfunkel.
I'm a fan of hers.
I don't know, what do they call it? Garfunkel and Oates?
We're gonna get to her filmography and my thoughts.
Oh, did I like cut you off in the speed lane?
So I was just maybe trying to truncate this part of it, because so John.
All right, so what was the question?
The normal question: have you ever seen Kevin Jack, aka John, in anything?
No. So him and one of the other ones that we're going to get to, I believe. So I hope I don't screw this up, but we'll straighten it out when we interview them, because I saw them in an interview, and two of the main actors they were friends with, that they worked with in restaurants. They being the husband and wife filmmakers. So,
wow. So filmmakers working in restaurants—that's a shock.
Aspiring, starving filmmakers
real shock
with kids at home, right?
Working in restaurants. I feel like we're just
And
underlining
a
a
cook.
stereotype.
But I think I wouldn't be surprised if
Well, so
Kevin
so
is
real
a real cook.
some beautiful dishes.
But he
in
can
this
he can
movie.
act, he's very
Well,
natural.
his first film, 2009, Spicy Mac Project. And what I figured out was Spicy Mac. I love this.
Mac and cheese.
He's the writer-director. He or they are the writer-director. So it's one of those things that never got a title. I just thought the title of the film was Spicy Mac Project. But the writer-director's name, or as they go by, is Spicy Mac. Also, Kevin Jack is in a movie that looks interesting called Life in Color. Looks like a fun romantic comedy that stars Fortune Feimster. So as we have a fascination for me and maybe a theme on the show, Natasha Leggero in this film is a stand-up who's in a film. Fortune Feimster also stand-up in movies. She's wonderful. Stand-up's wonderful. But Kevin Jack, not his first rodeo with a stand-up. And that must be intimidating because Natasha Leggero, Fortune Feimster in different ways, probably great improvisers, big personalities.
Yeah.
So I wonder, where everybody's energies were.
Yeah. Well, I know we're jumping ahead. I am, but 2 days. They had Natasha 2 days. They had to film all her shit in 2 days. And that's crazy because it's all like at the end of the movie.
And a lot of it's being, being on that TV was probably her rolling just deep on lines and for that TV
and
thing.
then take the best ones.
That's amazing. It also stars Zuzu Weingart as Laura. Her first film, she's credited in a film called Nexus of Evil, 2020. Looks fun. Just kind of a interesting, creepy B horror movie.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about that is she who's also in that is the individual who plays Wallace. So they share that movie, Nexus of Evil, together.
Who's the other one?
Wallace.
The character. Oh, her dad. Her dad in the movie.
He's also in that movie, Nexus of Evil.
Yeah.
She's also in a movie called The Waiting Game, which is a thriller also written by her husband.
Yeah.
By
And
Kyle.
guess who watched it?
Oh, did you?
This guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
I did.
It
And
looks
you know
good.
what?
It looks really good.
It is just, it's a Blair Witch. It's Kyle carrying around a camcorder or a phone or whatever.
That may be tonight.
And Zuzu is 9 months pregnant in it.
Oh, wow. Okay. There's probably a story there.
It's
So riddle me this. Did we not talk about pivoting to Nicolas Cage? Did we not talk about Butcher's Crossing recently?
Yeah.
Can you remind
But I don't
me?
know that I saw it.
Well, Zuzu Weingart is in that as well. That's that. It looks like a wilderness period piece. Nicolas Cage, bald head, beard, and it looks.
Yes,
but
I've seen the trailer.
I swear we talked about it on the show.
We've talked about it together, but
okay.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
So if it was not on this show, that's an interesting coincidence. She is in it, and another person
she killed it. She's a good actor.
Oh, tremendous. But again, you always have to wonder, your toe to toe or your ankle to ankle or you're near Nicolas Cage. You got to learn something from that.
His energy when he comes into the room. Yeah,
that's amazing.
But Zuzu's 10 credits, but her most recent films. Okay, get this: in 24 and 25, her credits are as a medic. So, including 6 episodes of Yellowstone, which again is in what state?
What do you mean? As a medic.
That's
in
her
this
role
movie,
in the movie.
Yellowstone is a big deal.
So she was a medic on, under cast. That was her role. She was a medic
in different movies.
Yeah,
interesting.
In her last 3 credits
as a medic.
So she was an EMT.
She just gives good medic vibes, and every movie's like, I need a credible medic. We're making Volcano 3.
She didn't play a medic. She was a medic
on the set.
She
is one.
The last 3 credits.
Todd Areno, forgive me if I missed the like.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
If the lead was buried on that,
she played a medic in Yellowstone. That must have.
Well, I didn't.
Did I mislead you?
You said she played a medic. Maybe we can roll back the tape. I didn't hear you say she performed services as a medic, a standby medic on the set. She was part of the crew.
I love the way you said that.
Oh, did you not say it that way?
Services.
Then fuck me.
As a
Also starring now another riddle, Nilo Butler.
riddle me this.
A huge standout star from this movie, and maybe my next Halloween costume is Lando.
Yeah.
Just
And
this?
Guess where he came from?
How do you know all this? Where'd you find all this stuff? I couldn't find anything.
I watched an interview.
Oh, okay, cool.
Lando is worked with in a restaurant, the director.
So there's a lot of connections to this.
And he's never, but the guy is just one of those dudes, right? He's just like a funny guy, and he was riffing on set and improvising.
There's got to be more to him.
He's like, can I say? It's
is
just
he a musician as well? Because
I think he was probably singing. That was real when he was singing. But he's just one of those guys.
It's a travesty if he's in nothing
Chris
else.
Farley. He's just got that vibe where he's just.
This is interesting. I don't
heavy
think,
set, energetic, funny.
I don't go with that at all. That particular the Chris Farley vibe, because I didn't see him as that bombastic.
Off a Coke.
But he did have this really the funny friend. He had the great lines, and his character is an actor who escaped of somewhat fame. You know, who escaped the apocalypse from Hollywood, but he crushes the lines throughout. And
I'm saying
really
he's
funny.
He's just naturally that way. I mean, I've known some guys that were just have that energy and that vibe, and they're
that's wild.
I mean, I don't think he was playing a character.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, I think he's just being him.
Yeah,
in that setting. And
that's incredible.
Lines. Yeah, he improvised a bunch of lines too.
That's
like,
incredible.
Hey, can I say this? Would it be all right if I did this?
Yeah, thrilled.
He was
him.
just into it.
And again, I loved his look. That may be my Halloween costume.
Hawaiian shirt or whatever.
And I have a question about that shirt, by the way. Also starring Emilio Rivera as Murray. Big character actor. Had you seen him in anything? If you really dug deep,
I never watched the show, but he was in that. Biker show.
I did.
Biker.
Oh yeah, and
Sons
again,
of Anarchy.
This is a movie podcast, so I didn't really look much at that part. But where did you get his name was Murray? I just called him like Generalissimo crazy.
You said Murray. Yeah.
Well, that I looked him up. In IMDb, his character's name was Murray. But watching the movie, I didn't get his name at all.
Oh,
he was just like a scary general.
Yeah.
He's a marauder.
He asked for the helmet and he asked for the sword.
Or the lava marauders.
He's like, I feel my character would have a helmet. You got one? They're like, yep.
Fuck yeah. Side note, I love, to jump into the movie, I love how that all turns. Because in the apocalypse, I mean, we should talk about things that you need. You need marauding, psychopaths who are killing and raping in the desert.
Well, that was the homage to Tina Turner.
Yeah. And I feel like there's homages everywhere. So let me know if I'm wrong.
Yeah, and
his first film, 1995, My Family, starring, and get this, for like Latin powerhouses at the time, starring Jimmy Smits, Isai Morales, and Edward James Olmos.
Yeah.
This is his, in this character, he's played a tough, like the Latin tough in a lot of movies. Character actor, like Hector from Fast and Furious, typecast. Like, we need a Latin guy who's a badass and tough. Yeah, not quite Danny Trejo, maybe level of that recognition, but you see him and he's really good in these roles.
He plays a really good bad guy, and they were very excited. When he said, okay.
Yeah, and he's a bigger name based on credits and the films he's done,
and that helped him get more money to finish the film. Like, they got a grant from Montana.
Oh, no shit.
And then so they worked. So they were the people that the casting or whoever is working on getting some names in the film to get more. To get more money.
Story.
Yeah, which we've heard right in our last movie. Yeah,
and he stepped up with real money.
No, his name attached to the film brings money in.
Wow, that's
as
amazing.
Does who we're going to probably talk about in a minute.
Edward James Olmos. I mean, he's a name. I've called him my whole life, James Edward Almost. Isn't that terrible? Edward James.
You almost made it there.
I almost screwed it up again. James Edward Almost. It's Edward James Almost. Am I blowing your mind at all?
Almost.
Oh gosh, it's the
worst.
Kind
of insulting to him.
Emilio,
don't you like him?
Emilio Rivera, and I do remember him in this. He's in The Cable Guy. He's a jail inmate. He's actually named in Con Air He's Carlos in Con Air, Emilio Rivera. He's uncredited in a movie that I love called Tomcats. Do you know Tomcats with Jerry O'Connell?
No. Which character you jumped?
Emilio, I haven't. We're still on Murray. We have not jumped anywhere. We're still talking about Emilio Rivera.
Almost.
No, I did a non sequitur for comedic purposes that I guess maybe has lost you. So anyway, this guy.
Can you people keep up with him? Because he's fast for me. It's Coyote and Roadrunner here.
This has got to be a point where people drink, right?
Did I back up?
No, you haven't. You've called me out for talking too quickly. Anyway,
my inability to keep up.
Tomcats is a really funny movie, and some people may want to fight me on that. But Jerry O'Connell, Jake Busey, Shannon Elizabeth, peak hotness, and she a cameo of her husband at the time. It's a really funny movie. Do yourself a favor.
I'm fucking bad with names. Shannon Elizabeth is
the American Pie Russian,
the hot one.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a raunchy comedy that I don't know. Like, if you decide to watch it, you tell me. Maybe I'm way off. It may not be for you at all. But I think Tomcats is legitimately, and I laugh out loud. I laugh out loud at this movie all the time.
How old is it?
Ooh. Well, it's Jerry O'Connell, kind of, like after Sliders. So people are like, oh, the fat kid from Stand By Me is, thin and handsome. And I early 2000s.
Okay. So, 25 years ago.
It's a long time, but it's so freaking funny.
No,
it's about a group of guys who vow, they're putting money in a kitty, and the last bachelor standing gets the money.
Okay.
And it goes from there, but it's so... Anyway, too much about Tomcats. Emilio Rivera, I'm just noting some dope movies this guy's been in. Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. Do you remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Tremendous. And he's also in 3 from Hell, and that is that series of Rob Zombie movies starting again. And I remember him in 3 from Hell. He's got a significant role. And,
he's perfect for that.
Rob Zombie is a guy who sees an actor like that and goes, "I've got a perfect, actual big big part for you to play. You're scary as fuck.
Please do it.
Do your thing."
Yeah.
And it's awesome. And he's got 10 movies, in development or coming out at this time.
Yeah.
So it's somebody who's working and hopefully having a really good time doing it and helping get shit like this made.
Yeah, it was really cool of him to say yes.
It's like a whole subset of actors who deserve their own award. You know, it's like the Indie Award. Like, who's that actor who helped get this movie made just by saying yes? You're Billy Zane's of the world. 2 days to a week out of your life, because it fits in their schedule. Yeah. And read the script, say, yeah, I'll do it. So that's why we do this. I'm glad you have all this juice. So I have next billed Douglas.
I want to be a juicer.
Hurricane Hall as Wallace. And his name, he's called Hurricane by Emilio Rivera, but this is his name. This is how he goes. He's credited his actual name.
I didn't do notes on him. He's a fighter?
No.
Or
in
when
IMDb,
you get one of those tags,
Yeah. His first film, he's uncredited in Always, 1989.
Nice.
I mean, that's Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah.
Bro.
89.
That's her last film.
Oh, I thought you were fucking with me.
No. You didn't know that?
No.
Audrey Hepburn is in Always, 1989.
And he was in it.
It's beautiful.
Did he have his shovel?
I don't remember that. That's this individual's first. And I love this character. Wallace's character is awesome. But so first film, uncredited.
Yeah.
In Always, and then you jump to 2020 where he plays pork and beans guy in a movie called Useless. It's not a joke. Pork in as an N, beans guy. So he goes from Always. He goes from pork and beans guy.
Hepburns to Blazing Saddles.
And he's also, as I mentioned, in Nexus of Evil, that horror film with Susie Weingart, who plays Laura.
Yeah.
So fascinating. How did he get the Hurricane name? There's, I don't know.
Yeah, we'd have to. That's a question we can ask.
Also, next, I'm kind of star heavy on this one, so hopefully you're with me on this. But as Andy, and again, tremendous performance. I feel like doing a good Dietrich Bader in this is Miget Metananane. Oh no.
I didn't do notes on
No,
him either.
Matanane.
Right?
Matanane.
See, I only leave the first page of my notes for the actors.
I know we just kind of freestyled this in a way,
but
but
I do have Natasha and Kyle both.
hey, that's all
bringing it
right.
up, so.
This is a dance. We're doing this together, so you don't have to.
Is it
tell me when you step on my toes.
Is
we'll
it
just
a
go around
tango?
it. No,
Do I got to kick my leg up and do that spin thing?
bend over.
New York ate them.
So Miguet Matanane. I'm having a seizure, but his first film,
Manitoba, Manitoba.
Yeah, I know.
It's in Canada. No, wait, that was last episode.
So playing multiple versions of this robot, he's funny. I think like he's doing a Dietrich Bader.
Yeah.
But his 2019 Monsters Gold, in which he seems to be the star. And the movie that he's in, it's about a millennial with daddy issues who does a survival channel on YouTube, and there are like monsters involved. So the guy who plays Andy, A1 through 9, is in a movie like that. Sounds kind of interesting and fun.
Yeah. It's similar almost to the.
I mean, he was that's a good character, and he was pretty. He gave it, he gave it a good go.
I thought, like what he did was hard to do, like play a robot pretending to be a human. I mean, that's and get his take on that.
Terminator Genesis is it?
I mean, he was a T101. I get that, but I thought that. But they called him an A1. An A2.
I thought that was a steak sauce reference. I thought
until A2 and A3 showed up.
Yeah, I thought it may end with A1.
And in Terminator 3, John Connor does say, "What do you guys come off an assembly line?" Exactly.
Yeah, and they show it in Terminator Genesis.
Let me point out that the lead character, Kevin Jack, a.k.a. John, as in John Connor.
John Jack. Oh, yeah.
Huh?
There could be some ties there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's
Schmelz.
John Connor.
Judge.
He's the savior of the human world.
Also credited here as Officer Joe, an emphasis on the officer, yo.
Yeah, that guy looked familiar, but
Kevin
I didn't really.
I have to tell you something wild, and I don't know if you're going to remember.
He was in that Eddie Murphy movie, Hercules.
What?
Hercules, Eddie Murphy.
That is Shrek. I mean, there's a Hercules reference in this, and yes, famously, Kevin Sorbo.
Weren't they clapping in, wasn't that Fat Albert?
Oh, no, sorry, that was Hercules. I'm thinking of Shrek. No, Hercules is...
Fat Albert, right?
No. Why did you do this to us? Why did you Hercules us? It's the Nutty Professor. And please, we need to step off that immediately.
And it was Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Shit.
Hercules.
Kevin Sorbo's first movie, he is in a 1993 movie called Slaughter of the Innocents.
And he probably still had muscles.
Do you remember that movie? It's an important one to me.
Slaughter of the Innocents?
Scott Glenn.
Oh.
Lead, and I believe it, I may have to check this, was like a TV movie. So we, in my family, we watched it on like cable.
Okay.
And it's a wild ass premise. It's a guy, like a religious fanatic who tries to recreate Noah's Ark. You remember that?
No.
He's
like the Noah?
No. Scott Glenn is the cop trying to trade. It's like a Moab who, and it's a serial killer because this character's doing all this stuff, but that actor who plays the villain is crazy scary.
Let me get this straight. Scott Glenn played a cop going after a serial killer.
Yeah.
Does that sound vaguely familiar to you?
93. This was 93.
Oh, that was it.
Was that?
That was post Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs was 91.
So Slaughter of the Innocents imprinted on my brain because I probably saw it too young, or not too young. I don't know. It was crazy guy making an arc. Now, Kevin Sorbo, I was in the theater 1997 to see Hercules on the screen, Cull the Conqueror.
Oh.
Do you remember? Major release. Kevin Sorbo in the
theater.
theater.
I didn't see it, I remember Cull.
Like the balls of a sword and sorcery movie. I love them.
So did he do
this
character
different.
In a movie
this
before
totally
this?
Different.
No, before he started that series.
No. He made his bones on Hercules, but they're just like, we're going to give it. It's totally different. When I was in the theater, cut to the chase. He's done a lot of Jesus and God movies. Did you look at that in his credits? Movies
no, I didn't bother with him because everybody knows.
Tons. Props to him. He's in a 2017 movie called Piranha Sharks. I have a huge love for all of that.
Sharknado.
If you know, you know. And again, Kevin Sorbo, upcoming. You'll love this. Get ready. Get your wiener in your hands. 21 credits upcoming.
Wait.
Kevin Sorbo, upcoming, in develop 21.
So,
and then again, half of these titles have Christmas or Miracle in the title.
does he got like a divorce he's paying off or something? Like, remember we brought that up?
Yeah, with
these
De
actors
Niro,
just taking everything.
So he's very religious, I think.
That's a
because,
huge.
Yeah.
He's
doing a lot of
we've
work
never
for the
seen
Lord.
one with that many upcoming.
Yeah, there's been a few. And finally, and I
24?
know listeners, thank you for bearing with us. There's a lot of actors in
you
this.
haven't even hit the ones I want to hit yet.
But Natasha Leggero.
There she is.
Sweet Melissa.
Sweet
giving it
Melissa.
To us. Now, I am a fan, so you don't have to hear me talk about Natasha. I've been listening to her stand up for a long time. So, what were your thoughts about her performance?
She has
What do
a
you wanna
very sexy alpha voice. I don't know how to describe it.
Fascinating. So you don't know anything
just
about her?
Got it. She does a lot of TV. I
But
scrolled
previous
down
to
her.
this, you knew nothing about her.
She was one of those. I'm like, I know her from somewhere.
Fascinating. Okay.
So I was looking for the movie.
Keep going.
And I didn't
now.
find the movie.
Doesn't matter.
Lots
Doesn't
of
matter
TV. Lots of TV.
Keep going
lots of comedy.
on your impression.
She's in with
Doesn't matter.
sultry. I mean, she played the character that way.
What do you think?
Because she was enticing John Connor.
But it was a homemaker, right? It was a very wholesome, square, like cooking show, and it was our main character's inspiration,
Except
right?
when she said the line, "Well, every boy from the '90s does."
Yeah.
Referencing her like she's a Shannon Tweed.
Well, her persona is very much that the sexy, sultry.
Okay. It's there.
So, but it's a little bit muted. Watch the movie, please. Do it immediately. Let's Be Cops. Her performance in Let's Be Cops is so funny.
All right.
That movie, you've heard me talk about it ad nauseum in the actual lunchroom, in the basement lunchroom, in this one.
In the OG.
It is so funny. Jake Johnson and Damon Wayans' son, and I'm forgetting his name. No disrespect. It is so funny. And Natasha Leggero's Let's Be Cops.
All right.
Keegan-Michael Key. But Natasha specifically, her performance in it is so unbelievable.
Well, like her first or second credit, she played a stripper.
Yeah.
I saw that.
She is legitimately, I mean, very smart and very funny. I think she does have a persona that she leads into.
Yeah.
But she's just, I think she's tremendous in this.
She
I was
was
so stoked.
She was one that, brought legit, money getting to the.
That's amazing. This film was written and directed by Kyle Weingart.
Yes.
And as aforementioned, we had not seen any
the
of the films before, but
the waiting game.
I'm stoked that you watched it.
Yeah. It's his own no budget Blair Witch kind of thing.
I am psyched.
It's pretty cool.
How do you hour and 42 minutes?
I got 147.
Okay. Oh yeah.
But I could have. If one of us is reading a 247.
Right.
I don't know. Shot in 4 weeks, Ryan.
Was it
I got
shot
this
in 4
done in
weeks?
4 weeks, and here's the kicker: it spent a year and a half in post.
Did it? Well,
Zuzu's uncle is a Hollywood editor.
Really?
And they got him to do it, and he was initially just going to come in and just say, "Okay, I'll slam it together for you," like not spend because he's so busy.
Wow.
He started falling in love with the movie, and he dedicated a year and a half to getting it done.
Love that.
With all the people that he knew in the FX and stuff. Because when you think about it, there's a lot of effects, like the robots and all that stuff that had to be done.
Yeah.
So they took independent film. You can do that, and that's awesome. But
Really amazed.
Think about a year and a half in editing.
Yeah.
Before, because people are like, "When's it coming out? When's it coming out?" And like
really
a year and a
amazed
half
by
later.
that. Yeah. That's exceptional.
Yeah.
I found immediately I had to stop and press pause a half a second into the film. I don't know if you
half a second
at least, because the
where
first
it says Missoula.
No, before that, because it said this film has been modified from its original VHS version, formatted for this screen.
Yeah.
Fucking bravo.
When I read it today, I'm like, oh, he's just fucking with us.
God damn it.
Because I'm like, isn't this 2025?
Kyle gets me. Like you have me there. I mean, like I'm already like, I'm primed and ready.
Yeah.
Because that's just a little stroke of genius.
Be
I love
kind and rewind.
Yeah, yeah. And Missoula, Montana. Have you ever been to Montana?
No. Big sky country, have you?
Yes, we flew into this airport, Missoula. That's where the airport is.
Is this where you went on the hiking trip with the serial killer? When the serial killer from England came over the hill?
Ish.
And came at your family?
Yeah, we've been to Montana twice, and this is where you fly. And I'm really, again, what do you think of the setting? What did it speak? How did it speak to you?
Oh, it was amazing. I found out later through the interviews that they used a set in Montana. So they had a backlot where they built the whole town
right
of new.
And that's interesting
New
because
Missoula.
they had to control night, so they weren't shooting at night a ton.
Yeah. Well, they had all the interior except for the wood shop, but they had all the interiors in. You know, on the end of the movie when they get to that Studio 99 or whatever it is.
Right.
That's the actual.
No kidding.
That's actually the Montana set where they filmed.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
And then the back lot was for all the exterior. They built that whole thing, and
bravo.
so that's how they were able to get it
All
done
the
in 4
insider
weeks.
stuff was delightful, and we notoriously like that on
Yeah.
this show. I personally do, but that made it really cool. I also love this because I watch a lot of apocalypse movies. I was just thinking about the movie Doomsday recently. We might do that on this show. The thing about this one, and the thing that everybody gets so hyper focused on, especially like the movie and the book The Road, people want to know how the world ended.
Yeah.
In this one, and it's written beautifully.
It's funny.
However you think the world ended, you're probably right. So
It was all of the above.
what's your takeaway from that? And it's done visually really well and funny.
I thought that was funny. It's like zombies. Yep.
but
robots.
and the
Yep.
take is like, there's a little
Bombs.
bit of everything.
Yep. It was like everything you think.
Bigfoot's mentioned, and then
Yeah,
they're like, what? maybe.
It was.
Yeah.
It was like It was like all of those things. Yeah.
I think that felt fun. And
I thought it was
set up, probably a fun world to write in because it gives you a lot of things to play around with. But there's still a good structure. There's still rules in this world. Initially, and I cannot believe this. This is maybe, and I'm gonna just work with me for a second if you don't mind, for real. There's a phenomenon in movies where you think something in your mind and then you're rewarded later by the movie. So I'm going to try to set this up in a good way because immediately when I saw the robot threat that is in this movie, I thought, wow, that's really inspired by iRobot.
Yeah.
A movie which I love.
Right.
Alan Tudyk's voice work in that movie is unprecedented. It's so good. So I thought, holy cow, those look like iRobot. They have butts. I think their butts are more articulated. Sweet butt robot. But, and they have some designation. They show, like, I was fixated on the
Ryan's
robot's
little behind the
ass.
scene
Yeah.
fetish there going on. Can I order you one of those?
It looked
Do you
nice
want
and
just the
tight.
butt or do you want the whole
Nice tight
thing?
butt. Just the butt, just the ass.
Just give me the ass.
Just the cheeks. We'll set them on the wall.
Let's put them on the
somewhere.
wall in the studio.
That would be a weird ask of the writer director of the film. Did you keep any of those sweet robot butt cheeks?
We'll find out.
But
We'll ask him that.
So we'll try to pay this off later. There should be a phenomenon where you think something and then the movie pays you off later.
It sounds like a new podcast.
It makes it so now getting into the intro, and they do talk a little bit about PC. It's not too hammered in, but I like the idea that they tried calling the zombies viral victims.
Yeah, I love that.
That was fun.
I wrote that down too.
And-
Politically correct way to say,
Yeah.
zombie.
but it seemed like it didn't stick. And also we should say this movie has narration. We talk about it on the show. We've not been successful at coming to, I think, a hard edge on what we think about it. But what do you think about narration in this movie?
I like it when it's used. I don't want to say probably when it works.
Yeah.
Let's say that. I like it when it works, and it you don't notice it. It doesn't
Now, straight
stand out.
to the elephant that may or may not be in the room.
Okay,
Does our lead actor,
John Connor.
does Kevin Jack sound exactly like Steve Carell?
Oh,
And did I maybe put it in your head?
you just
So if you're initially like, I wrote that down, no.
I did not
I'm
write
trying
that
to
down.
okay, never mind. You can
Okay.
reflect on that as we talk a little bit.
is that like the Steve Carell from The Office or this?
That's a correct assessment. I mean, since it's a movie podcast, we could say like Date Night or Foxcatcher. But yes, that is the Steve Carell. I struggled for a sec. Dinner with Schmucks. I struggled for a minute. Jesus fucking Christ.
Foxcatcher, he was like a
Good
totally
one.
different
Hardcore,
character.
I know. Yeah, look at us.
Look at you being silly.
8-bit intro. We painfully covered that. You didn't kind of get what that was. But the intro, what did you think about it as a device? Not that you knew it was coming, but as a way to do a fun intro.
I liked it. But it takes you like, okay, this is a movie set in the 80s or something. But that's where they've been set back to computer-wise.
I didn't put those two together. So you felt like it maybe created a tone, and then
It does, yeah. It's right at the beginning.
Didn't match up.
That it didn't. It just
Gotcha.
kind of put me there. But then when you see where they're at computer-wise,
sexy motherfucker. I didn't even put those two together.
Like that, didn't you, boy?
Now you ruined it. Now I don't want. Now I'm in the basement. Please get me out of the basement. Wait.
The
My
resolution on his skin.
is this a family film? Serious question. Is this a family film?
Yes, because it's a mother and her two daughters.
I wrote
And
that
an
throughout.
uncle?
Like, is this a fan?
And an uncle. It's a family film trying to survive in an
I
R-rated,
love the
in an
niece.
R-rated backdrop.
I love the niece and nephew as the producers of, and we should say the show Cuisine de l'Apocalypse, where Chef John is doing different culinary delights in interesting ways. For example, the taquito he's doing is super small. I love that visual thing where you see him doing the show and he's eating this big taquito. Yeah. And then they go to the close up and it's tiny. Because that's where I started to wonder. Now I don't think we have to get in the weeds, but like, where is he getting all this stuff? But let's maybe frame the world a little bit. This is Missoula, Montana. So, you could probably presuppose it's a little isolated. And you could create a world that nobody else knows about, and you're trying to keep to yourself, which is kind of what's happening.
Well,
right?
they do narrate that. They found their little pocket that nobody knows
Excuse
exists.
the shit out of me. They do say it to you, fucker.
Don't get so, you're so sensitive tonight.
I've been there.
You've been to New Missoula?
Side note, you should really go. It's your kind of place. Like, Montana's
fucking
rad.
grizzly bears. I've read too many stories about grizzly bears.
It's your kind of place. We'll off mic, we'll talk
I watched
more.
Grizzly after Jaws, and I'm still affected.
Then watch Grizzly 2, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You won't be as scared.
Then I saw The Edge, and then I saw The Revenant, and I'm just like, no, thank you.
Who is the bad guy in this film?
Who is the bad guy?
Is there,
Sweet Melissa is the leader of the bad guys, and you got the T-101s, a.k.a. A1 through 6.
Is Gray a villain?
No, he's just a little prick.
He's teed up to be I thought he was teed up to be the big bad.
He's the nemesis of John living his dream.
Okay.
Because he wants to do his show.
Yeah.
Or the internet thing. Because he says that you're going to be at my show tonight, and his show is just playing a TV episode. Like
tremendous.
Like he has no talent,
Great
but
lines.
the guy with the talent, he's ripping on.
Well,
pretty
up
much like real life.
This town. How many of the shops did you clock? So we have
at least 17.
No. Any specifics?
I knew you would write them down. I didn't even have
really.
to. I'm like Ryan loves the little signs in the background.
Didn't have the time.
Okay.
But the idea is they have this place and they're trying to keep it secret. They're trying to, and there are some people, most people look healthy. Can I say that? It's not the Bad Batch apocalypse. Can we go there? Can we say, it's not, I'm pretty, Momoa was Jeff, but like,
until you get in the forest,
there's some plump people. You called one of them a Chris Farley doppelganger, which is, I don't think, I'm going to go on the record as saying not accurate. But
well, they really eat well,
and that's the point. But not everybody. There is a dynamic. So, in the form of talking a little more about the structure of this. You have the chef and you have the nemesis in Gray who has this other show. Yeah. They all have little glampers. They have little plots that are their own, but it's loose on
There's only one glamper.
Right.
And that's Mr. Hollywood.
And I didn't catch that. Forgive me.
Well, later in the movie, when they're in the forest surrounded by zombies, he's like, I should have stayed in my glamper. And I just burst out laughing.
That's why it's a big deal. He gives it. Okay.
He's the
That's
movie
wonderful.
star
Okay.
of New
So
Missoula.
Wallace is introduced as a religious figure. So you have this. There's a bit of a mayor vibe, maybe the mayor of the town. He's got a big tent. He's being served food by Chef John.
Yeah.
There seems to be an agreement, right?
Yeah,
A tacit
awful,
agreement.
very rough and tumble.
But
you know?
he's did what vibes did he give off to you?
Like he's lived everything in life, very rough, been through all those rough times, and now he's trying to be like Firefly, right? Who's
How are they keeping order?
what's his name in Firefly?
You have
The
a
preacher.
a police officer, Shepherd Book. You have a police officer, but he doesn't seem to be mean. So they're finding a way to make this, and not maybe hammering something too much, but finding a way to make all this work without nastiness and meanness. Clearly, without the internet, intermittently. So like he doesn't seem to be tyrannical, but he takes no shit, and he's got an eye patch.
Yeah.
What happened to his eye? Zombie
Well, we
related?
find out later he used to lead the Marauders.
Oh, so is that
so
time?
we know that it was
Yeah.
in battle.
Yeah.
At least that's what I believe happened.
I love that he had a shovel. It was his shovel. I bet he named it.
Yeah.
It was like strapped to his back with an actual, handmade strap. It was a weapon. I didn't get it until later. Because Murray, he picks it up in his honor. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Well, that's the line when Gray combats John, and he says, food matters, and they're like, nobody's watching your show. And that's kind of a challenge because John does want to be seen. He's vain, a little bit.
He wants his show to be successful.
Right.
And he's all like, you think people would actually see it? Do you think people saw it? Like, when it gets transferred later on. Yeah.
So, and we understand that there's a family dynamic here because Laura, who's introduced as the buzzkill, I feel bad for her introduction because she's literally a shaking finger mom for the first 15
she's the only one
minutes
that's
of the
going to keep
film.
the
She's
shit
saying
together.
no
right?
to everybody. And
Yeah.
you're like that. And as somebody who as it's a lot of moms in households who identifies with I am the bummer. I'm the mayor of Bummer Town. Because somebody's got to say no and keep us fucking sane and healthy and eating and brushing our fucking teeth.
And alive in this scenario, not you're going to broadcast our location to the world,
And that's the
Have you noticed what we're at the end of?
Yeah.
It was a great line.
And so it's understood that she's grieving because she has lost a husband to a zombie attack, who she believes she kind of hears singing. So the music is big in the film, I think, which is cool. And it's revealed to be John's younger brother. So that's why the niece and nephew. That's why they're connected family wise.
Yeah. And both those girls that are doing all the film, they're her daughters.
Yeah,
that's her actual daughters.
Oh no shit. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Holy
fuck. So it is really all about
when they
family.
When
Ryan.
they introduce
it's all
Lando,
about
family. Yeah.
Dom Minos.
Well,
that's the new commercial. Are they going to sue Fast and Furious?
Emilio was in a movie with Vin Diesel.
Emilio
Murray. Anyway, what I think is remarkable.
I thought you meant Estevez.
And as a this is not Night at the Museum, pal.
I went right to Spain.
Zuzu delivers, which I think is a fascinating balance. Some, let's say, comedic premises with some sadness. As they're talking about, he's a zombie and he doesn't sing anymore, and these are these kind of they're comedic. But like I noted that I feel emotional about this. Like she's saying it not with humor, and it could be played for a laugh. But there's several moments where John and Laura connect, and they're like, "I miss him too."
Oh yeah,
and I'm like, "Fucking hey!"
Well,
it puts a hook in you that way.
The family thing
that you don't forget that there are some stakes here. And
well, she's not wrong. She comes up and she says, "Doesn't anyone see a problem with this?" So they're hooking up to the internet, and where's the internet go to? The world.
Yeah.
And what are we at the end of?
Yeah.
Like she's trying to keep paradise.
Absolutely.
And keep everybody alive.
Yeah.
Without her, they'd already have been eaten.
Yeah.
And I got to divert a little bit here. And this is where everybody's going to need a shot, because this is where Lando also calls Gray Gary. And I had to rewind it and listen, and it said, and I'm like, what is going on? Because I wrote his name down wrong
Is there
twice.
a reason for that? Do you think?
Yeah. Here's my take on it. There's this little movie that everybody should mark on their calendars, December 17th, because it was the premiere date of Dwan, where she took the two middle letters and switched them around to make her name more interesting. If you take Gary and switch the two middle letters around, what do you get? Gray. You get gray.
You King Konged us, you son of a bitch.
Yesterday was King Kong
My
Day.
butt
No,
hurts.
hold on. It's going to get worse. Oh, yeah. I also found out today that December 17th is Goldfinger Day.
Okay, what is the relevance of the 17th? That is not today's date.
It was yesterday's date.
Oh, yeah, you said that.
And I discovered that. So King Kong 76 and Goldfinger were released on the same day, and
hope you're
Goldfinger
proud
has a
of
lot of
yourself.
significance in my life as well.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
Yeah. I have galore all over the place.
Well, the inciting incident, and I thank you for bringing this to me, would you say is when Chef John, he's hijacking Gray Gary Glenn Ross's thing, and he uses it for his own purposes to upload a single episode of his show, and it goes to Hollywood.
Yeah, because it sets the whole movie in motion. It isn't right at the beginning, which is usually like say Jurassic Park, where the raptor eats the guy, which creates a lawsuit and sends the whole movie into motion. He waits a little bit, before he does an insight. He's kind of setting the stage of what the whole world is, and then he hits the incident.
If they just stayed with the show and the dynamic of this little village, I probably would have been fine. Isn't that interesting? I was already in at VHS.
There was so much. There was so much in those. I know. I want to rewatch it and write down
another movie about New Missoula.
I want to write down every sign that's on those little shacks.
Yeah. Exactly. But Lando is introduced as a Hollywood star, and they talk about like, all right, doesn't everybody want to see the video of the dancing cat? And another hilarious, it's also a comic, idea is that it takes 13 days for her to download.
Yeah. Which they were using
hilarious.
AOL.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have taken that long.
You know what? Genius on sound design. I don't know if it was accurate, if that's trademarked, but you heard that sound. How'd you feel?
I felt like I had watched Terminator 3 the day before.
Oh boy.
And when she gets in the car,
and
plugs into the computer in the car and takes her lips and goes, she does the exact same sound as that. So I was, and of course this is Terminator, a spoof on Terminator through half this movie.
He's found out, and this is where Officer Joe comes in to to bring him in on disclosing their location.
What were you doing yesterday between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m.?
So it's disclosed that they need to stay awake in the dark and sleep in the daytime because of the robots, and the robots are solar powered.
Solar powered. Very good. I mean, you nailed it like first take. I didn't catch that one right away.
Well,
when the solar power part
raised, fully charged, and then I like that they have to now be powered by a gluten-free diet.
Yeah, to release the endorphins. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Oh,
and Sweet Melissa's all over that.
I laughed out loud a bunch. I'm reflecting now, and I'm
the whole endorphins thing.
I laughed a lot. Now, what I love is that they now need to get a gang together, right?
The hero squad.
To get the hero squad together.
Right. Oh, and he said, and I know I'm blowing our interview,
so
but
hoodwinked.
Kyle, the writer-director, is in love with the hero's journey. And that's what he writes around.
Yeah, well, we just talked about at the top, like the journey thing. But now I'm shocked at the level of people who are going on this journey. You have your highest level person going, but who can drive. And at some point, they're they don't have a vehicle, and they're in, an 8-bit maybe describes it better, but they're in the haunted forest that may or may not be haunted by a ghost, which is preferable by most, but is certainly inhabited by zombies.
Well, the preacher, Wallace, is like, this is where zombies go to die. And he's like, excuse me, what?
Yeah.
And I love that Officer Joe, a.k.a. Hercules, was afraid of
Yeah.
ghosts and zombies, and he, you
No
know,
bitey, nothing bitey.
He's like,
No.
are there really ghosts in here?
Yeah.
Is this real? And this Lando was the same way. So so the only hero in our hero squad is Laura
God,
and
yeah.
Wallace.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, Wallace, he does.
Why did they need all four then?
Well, they're bribed also because Lando is bribed by food, but his Hollywood connection is, I think, what they're after there, like his knowledge.
Yeah,
Because he's a valued member, but we lose a member of the team early. That's interesting to me.
Yeah,
because
and
I like
shocking when he comes back.
they have to tiptoe through the field of dormant
Sleeping zombies. Yeah,
and funny line. He gets snagged, and they're all behind him like, "What'd you do, son?" Like that monumentsman. Like, I stepped on a landmine. Why would you do that?
and then you look down and it's a zombie hand.
That was
clutching
fun.
his ankle.
That
And
was
what
fun.
does he say? Like, oh
Shit. But then they're like, just like a Band-Aid.
The preacher.
Rip it off
Yeah,
like
the,
a Band-Aid.
The eye patch shovel.
Did you expect the
carrying
whole
preacher
arm to come off?
and fling over and hit them? No.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
And so this precipitates an awakening and some some fleeing. But
Zombie awakening.
yeah, Officer Joe is lost to the zombies.
Yeah,
That's sad.
he gets up against the
Yeah.
poltergeist tree, and they all
Yeah.
grab him and pull him back. And what does he do? No bitey bitey.
Yeah.
No bitey bitey. It's hilarious.
Is this when we find out Laura, because she calls Wallace dad at some point? Is it in the
Yeah.
aftermath of this that you? And that was a.
When we didn't know that
I
until
said
then.
out loud, "No shit."
Yeah, I'm like,
I literally
that's
did
her
in my
dad?
living room. I was like, "No shit."
Yeah. Yeah.
Great reveal.
They kept that hidden. Yeah.
Great reveal. I don't know why. Why do I give a shit? Why do I fucking care that
Because
that's
he-
because it makes sense
the
that
character-
cool
you-
badass
Yeah.
character.
You
is
buy
it.
into the characters, and they.
Yeah, that was.
He talked
rad.
about how those four, I
Yeah.
guess you'd say, because Zorba gets taken away, but how the four of them bonded on all the through the journey itself. Because you got
Yeah.
the little bit in the beginning, kind of like an hourglass. You got the bulb in the beginning, the bulb at the end, and
Yeah.
then that whole middle section is
Yeah.
all the journey.
Well, I love how they get to hole up, and
Yeah,
we-
they always find a building.
yeah, and so
There's
far,
always just a shack.
we've had Chateaubriand, we've had Shakshuka, and they're like
Oh, do tell.
they're combated by smells, and they're like they
They
look outside, and Chef is rotisserieing a full chicken.
Well, we should say Chef was left behind. He
Yeah.
found
Oh,
out
yeah,
that they
hilariously
sent the
gets
four.
hoodwinked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they sent the four out without him, and of course it was Gray.
And the scene when he's delivering it, it's beautifully delivered.
Well, Laura's all upset, and then Dad's like, zombies are going to smell that, and then
Yeah.
what does Lando do?
Yeah.
Is that barbecue chicken?
yeah,
And he's like out there, I want, because they've been eating fucking granola bars.
it's
the whole
so
way.
tremendous, and they've got Gray's thingy the whole time, which is an issue with naming. So they
Oh,
should
yeah.
probably
What
rename
was
it
that
the
thing? The
Scrambler.
data-
Because they need
data
to scramble
scramble.
the signal so nobody knows about them. That we have to remind everybody who should watch this movie immediately. Like they're trying to say secret,
Yeah.
but I think Chef John has this ulterior motive because he does believe that Sweet Melissa and said producer are still at it in Hollywood. Maybe
Yeah.
he has to believe this.
Right.
But this is the first moment where I'm like,
and
this
Laura
fucker-
is his anti-venom
Yeah.
to that.
and I'm like, this person can cook. Like, it's not a joke. It's not tongue in cheek. He's got real items. He's making real sauces. He's smearing the thing with the spoon.
When he serves those dishes, you're like, fuck yeah. I
he
wanna
dips
eat
his
that.
like one testicle in one thing to make like a pube design. Like it's so well done, and it's fun to watch because he's like, you got lost with that one. It's okay.
Well, it
Move on from
was your actual hip swirl
I
that
did-
nobody
I
got
did
to
kinda
see but me.
sit up a little bit.
You
on
did.
that.
You like demonstrated
Yeah.
for me.
But when he's reluctantly brought into the band, and in which maybe is that a tenet of the hero's journey, is the
Yeah.
reluctant hero, but somebody who's brought in, you know what I mean? Like at a later date.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's fucking
Well,
cool. That's
And
fucking
then
cool.
I wrote down Laura's line too when she did the anti-venom in this, and because he still believes there's
Yeah,
a
good
producer
call.
in
Good fucking
Hollywood.
call.
He's like, When was the last time you met anything that didn't want to kill you? It's not a producer.
Which again, I love.
She's like, it's a trap. And she's right. She's right the whole time.
But the idea that anything is out there is fun the whole time.
Yeah.
Including
and
they tee up little meteors so well. Because Lando talks about, I don't know, he died. Big meteor, little meteor, somebody stabbed him.
Yeah.
Such a throwaway line, but when
and then it happens.
Jesus, I gasped out loud watching this movie. I cried. I had every fucking emotion. I'm a mess. I am a fucking mess.
You're welcome.
Oh, God, I loved it, though. I loved every second of it.
I love being a mess.
Well, and that's where Laura and John have a first connection, where I think it's John who's like, I miss him, too. Yeah. Because she's pining for him. She thinks, like, pathologically, she hears him singing or humming.
And I think he's out there because there's that one scene coming up.
To that he
and I think they edited it out. I think there was more in that. Yeah. And I'll bet you it was played by Kyle.
How did you like the meet cute with Andy? So the robots, they're caught outside. Yeah. Robots come alive. They dip into an old gas station.
I'm like, robot, fucking Terminator, robot undercover. Yeah, it was.
How were you so acute at discerning that he was a robot?
The way he delivered his lines.
Oh, it wasn't. No, and I noted shadow gag.
Slightly mechanical. Oh, I loved it.
Because let's think about
the robot in the shadow.
Filmmaking, technologically, right? They want to make a big impact.
Yeah.
And they don't want to spend a ton of money. So you have Andy who's eating chips, notably drops the salt and vinegar.
I love this guy. He went straight to the tortilla.
Again, fucking amazing line. And you see the shadow of him dispatching a robot.
Do a spear hand right through the guy's throat, but the hand came out the other side of the net. It went like
something's up with this guy. And then it's reinforced with his mechanical
and they
speech.
didn't go like, where did that power come from?
But do they not?
Nobody's questioning it.
They start to go.
You know what they lacked?
What?
A German Shepherd.
What do you mean?
Because the German Shepherd.
That's I Am Legend, not iRobot.
That's Terminator.
Oh, yeah.
We used them to spot Terminators.
All right.
I'm quoting Kyle Reese to Sarah Connor in the 1984.
My nipples are hard.
The Terminator.
Yeah, that's good. You're right. Motifs, bitch. That's a t-shirt.
Homages.
That's the t-shirt right there.
Mine, homages, biatches.
One of my favorite lines in the movie, as they're wondering who this wonderful hero is.
Your favorite line in the whole movie?
No, one of.
One of many.
If you'd open up your ears, jackass.
Hey, I told you I was slow tonight. I can't keep up with you.
They're trying to figure out who this person was.
Tonight.
And the mystery, and then the line is, I think he's Steven Seagal's younger hot brother. You can see? That's...
It was funny.
And they lean back into it like he is hot.
Yeah.
This is.
But he does it like an old commercial guy. Like, yes, I am like a Captain Kirk delivery.
A literal note I wrote is Lando is a national treasure, and I noted something is always as they're on this journey.
And he's just a guy. He's just a dude, man. He's not okay. He has no acting credits. He's just
go with me on this.
Being himself.
Maybe a comedian. Stand up maybe. The idea of the hero's journey, is there Lord of the Rings references to maybe Mordor? Because there's always something in the distance tragically on fire, burning. And while they're on this journey, and maybe I only picked it up twice, but I'm like, oh, that's hilarious.
I think it's just
it's
the
like
apocalypse.
A volcano about to erupt.
Well, Lava Land, we're on our way too. But no, I took that as just apocalypse. I didn't get the Lord of the Rings out of that.
What did you feel about Laura's confrontation with her father now that we know, as she has this crisis moment where she's like, where was the rapture? Where was God? Where was your apocalypse?
I was pondering that for a long time.
The Four Horsemen. It was kind of
it was intense. And it was like, and I'm like, well, what is the answer to that? We haven't got to that point yet. I mean, I'm trying to think of what he would say.
Well, like Hurricane, this is an actor who says a lot on his face. So this is an actor in this movie who just gestures a little bit, and he's just got so much gravitas. He's got like planetary system around his
he's just like, I don't know how to answer that. I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah. The casting is right on in this because
Yeah.
he is such that I was obsessed with that character because he was had all the energy around him, and when he's able to just slay a bunch of zombies.
I love
while
that shovel
chef's cooking.
shovel with a
Jesus
shovel
Christ.
with the strap
I
on it.
only prepared for 6. I mean, holy shit! I love it. I want to be friends with everybody in this movie.
So, are we at the point where he's
yeah,
when the zombies invade and he puts the headphones in and he doesn't know that they're all being killed around him by
now we get to the Thunderdome. So now I'm at the point in the movie where they are on their journey and they're besieged by. Now, what are your prerequisites for Apocalypse marauders? Like when you see it in a movie, what do they have to be doing and having? Motorcycles.
I'm sorry, I'm stuck in my notes.
Why are you doing that?
Because
you shouldn't do that.
I've never done this before.
Oh, it's the first time. I remember my first beer.
You know when the zombies attack and he's got the headphones in and we're playing our 80s song?
I think. Oh yeah, that
didn't that happen just now?
We may have just blown past it, but
okay.
You needed to talk about Lita
But
Ford.
we needed to talk about because we had Dio in the last movie, the last
That's
episode.
fucking fascinating.
And then here we got another similar comedy.
Oh gosh,
and we got.
I got a little bit. I thought maybe this was later, but yeah, it's worth noting that.
I mean, it was last Saturday night. I didn't get laid, and I got in a fight. I mean, that's my life.
I'm sorry.
And so, I loved it.
I mean,
your silence there was thank you.
Bingo.
Thank you for that. Went to a
Well,
party
I
last
guess-
Saturday night.
okay, so we are both of a certain era where Lita Ford was a force, and I still believe is,
and the duet with Ozzy.
Yeah.
As well.
This is a song that has been remade. You'd probably hate it by a wonderful ska band called Real Big Fish. So they do it in kind of ska punk fashion.
Oh, okay.
No disrespect to it, but it's very light and it's very harmony vocals and it's really great.
Well, what did you think of John when he's
I
cooking
loved
and
it.
dancing and
God
singing
damn.
he's singing all the lyrics, and then behind him is Wallace with his shovel killing
just
killing
piles of them.
zombie after zombie. It was so funny.
How and again potentially a question to ask if that if it comes to it, is what's the magic of that song? If it's another song, is that
how did that song get picked? How did you get the rights?
And here's a little maybe too inside, but how many times is it like on the day it's something, and then in the movie and post it's something completely different?
Right.
In this note, like
in this movie,
he's on the set listening to Holy Diver. Another shout out to previous episode, and then in post they're like, well, we got this song, and they just have to play it.
Right.
But it fit. I don't know why. You know what I mean? It just was a good. Now, is an 18-year-old going to dig that scene as much as we do? Is a 70-year-old going to dig that scene as much as we do?
If they love the 80s, they will.
But how much did the song add to the scene to you?
Oh, it was great.
Me too.
It was the energy.
Me too.
Yeah. And the smile on
But
John's
what if
face
it
when he's
was-
cooking is just
In real question, what if it was Motley Crue's "Kickstart My Heart"?
no.
Guy slashing behind.
Well-
Whoa. Like again, similar energy. It's up.
No, I see him. I know I like dancing with you, and he's just got that grin. He's swaying
Yeah,
back and
it-
forth.
it's-
It's just I feel that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
rad.
Yeah.
I'm just really fascinated by picking the right song
Right.
and how much time goes into it.
Yeah.
And how often does it
Well, and you got to
match
get
the
the right.
vision on?
Yeah, you got to get the rights too.
because you hear so many
what
times.
made Lita Ford say,
Yeah.
you can have this in your movie."
Well, they get to Thunderdome, and we meet Murray,
Lava Land.
who so maybe this is an unfair question, but all of the heroes, let's call them now, are taken prisoner. They're ostensibly beaten up, and I guess Andy
How
is
about when
first.
John surrenders?
Yeah, he does surrender.
And Laura's
right away.
like, "I'm embarrassed for you."
Yeah, that's not like that. We're not doing it like that, son. But Andy is ostensibly beaten up because of what we know about him. He's not showing any exterior.
And there's no bruises on him. Why? Because he's
He's
got
like,
no fucking blood. He's a robot.
I took it like a man. He says.
Yeah. And they're all like, "Oh, okay."
Now, here's
You're
the
a tough
deal.
guy.
They clearly recognize Hurricane. Now, in the beginning, this could be going wrong because he clearly escaped from the crew, but something was owed. and we find that later.
They
but
made
are they
a bet when he left that he wouldn't survive.
Okay. So do you think they
Yeah.
were really mad at him? Like, he was
They
kind of
didn't
losing
say,
the bet,
but
or
he left the Marauders as their leader, whether he lost the fight and the new Alpha took over, or
Yeah.
he decided to become a preacher, aka Shepherd Book,
right?
because he got tired of hurting and killing people.
So their way now to deal with these interlopers they're going to be dispatched one by one, starting with the strongest, by their toughest martial artist, whose name is Blaze.
Blazy
A lot
Blaze.
of fun. I love martial arts. I'm glad it's in this.
And he is a
His
tough-looking
his
motherfucker.
Lone Ranger
Yeah.
guns, significant workout
leather
regime.
sleeveless leather vest.
Shout out to Daryl Chan. And so the initial fight, we start to see Andy losing battery. Right? Is that the problem? So he's kind of going down slow.
And again, the POV, just like in Terminator, like when, whether the clothes fit or not. But
I love how, John's heroic moment solidifies kind of maybe the theme as we're developing this along the movie, is he decides to step up. He's going to fight, which I think he's legitimately doing. He's flashing his spatulas. The only thing notably that wasn't taken away of use. Because everything else, like, they left me these, but he's wielding them in what gets the attention of the general.
Yeah.
Are you a
Murray,
chef?
Yeah. Are you a cook?
Which food is important.
I need to talk to you.
So I love, and I got Firefly, I'll be honest, Firefly vibes, like Jane's getting married accidentally. But when it turns and they start this, they come together through food.
Yeah.
And he starts to do...
They throw a big party in the Lava Land bar.
I loved all of that.
Yeah.
It was
How about Laura's? She's always like teaching like fighting, right? She's like
fighting,
pointy elbows
to the ladies and the little girls.
Pointy elbows. Your knees, these are weapons too. And then the girl like grabs her boobs and she's like, no. Well, maybe because she had the big pointy.
Super tremendous.
Yeah, very funny.
Is that your goal?
I found it very
delicious.
Find pointy boob weapons. Oh, no. Yeah, that's a goal.
Good job
to find.
Is that your goal, to sound delicious? Another great line as they're talking about how things are named. Is that your goal, to sound delicious? He's trying to sound intimidating, but the idea that they're having this camaraderie. Now, here's my fear. I thought the general was a bad guy and was going to keep him there in indentured servitude forever.
Yeah. I thought that too.
Shit.
Yeah.
So were you surprised?
Well, why would they let
why
would they let the cook go? It's like the doctor in that Firefly episode.
Yeah, but previous dealings, Hurricane's calling in his due. He's like, I've survived. We have this is our way. We had a wager with you.
Yeah.
Now pay up. And I love how he pays up.
Yeah. And there's a great story with that van because they were trying to figure out a vehicle. And they originally
the next 7 hours telling that
they
story.
bought a golf cart originally. And they were going to cram them all in a golf cart because they thought it would be funny. All of them crammed in a golf cart.
And how long would it last?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. And then
they get like a few feet up.
Somebody, a producer or somebody volunteered and like covered the van, and you know how you have that stuff you put over a vehicle now? It's like a wrap or whatever. So they wrapped the whole van in that black stuff, and the director's like, can I color this? Can I draw whatever I want in this? He goes, yeah, if I don't like it, we'll just pull the wrap off.
No shit.
So the director got to do all that cool ass decor on that van.
I'm losing it.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Just the shit came together at that moment, like, will this van work? And he's like,
it's a great, and again, we don't always get super technical, but the cinematography is wonderful. And there's I don't know, another shot that I like where like the team's gotten a win. In this case, they're in the van and they got the shot of Wallace and we're going. They're happy. The music changes.
Yeah.
No, we haven't talked much about the music. What have you thought about the music so far?
Oh, it was awesome. So the jazz stuff was great. And then the live band in the bar. And I want to point out that the bass player's singer left hand was doing the 1, 4, 5, 6 bass line off of that blues riff. What was the song? How'd that go? I can't remember the lyrics.
That's
it was
wonderful.
funny, but yeah, his hand was in the right position.
Yeah, there was
He
a real
so-
band.
Yes,
which is
that was. Thank you.
But like
That's what I meant to say.
In the apocalypse, they clearly had priorities. I think there was like a tobacco place.
How did a precision bass
there was
survive?
a VHS rental place. I'll tell you that. There was a VHS rental place in there.
How did that bass survive? And then he had to have an amp, and then he had to have
A
the power to
testament
run
the
the
bass guitar, motherfuckers. So the idea that they get a going away present. I love the Marauder, the Lava Land Marauders
Yeah.
going away present is a can of, and how does she describe it? Do you remember?
He goes, SpaghettiOs? And she says,
Well, no,
it's a generic
she
brand.
says it's
just more glutenazole.
but originally she's like, it's
There's no label on the can.
She says it's tomato sauce with little O thing, blah, blah, blah. And
Oh,
she's
yeah.
like, SpaghettiOs? No, it's the generic.
It's
brand.
generic.
But the way she describes them initially, like the deconstructed version of it, is
Yeah.
hilarious to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's and those become, again, what do you think of the writing? How important the
Yeah.
SpaghettiOs
Well, earlier
become?
I think
he
it was,
doesn't eat them. He gets too gassy. This is where gluten comes in.
well, the
Shouting.
when he got put down for early in the movie, and I think it was by Grace calling. He's calling me Chef Boyardee.
Oh,
So we got
Yes,
SpaghettiOs, we
there-
got Chef Boyardee.
great writing.
Yeah, it's
Fucking
kind of funny.
great writing. All right. Well, my clip, and here's the thing, and this is going to just be a shout out to the writer and director of this film. This is yet another movie
Kyle,
where
Weingarten.
I just say really tough to choose clips.
There were a lot of great lines.
A lot of great lines, a lot of great moments.
Yeah.
Fuck. And even in a smaller movie, in a more action oriented movie like Don't Mess with Grandma, aka Sunset Superman, similar problem. Like really hard to even find emotional. Like there's a lot of stuff. So I really just liked the moment where Chef John is making chili. Now, can you tell me something? Outside of this barn they're hanging out in, and have I missed context on this? They've just left the Marauders. They're in a first stop, and they're making some chili.
Well, I remember the line.
All right, well,
about the chili.
Let's together talk about chili. Talk about love.
Everyone knows that chili is better the second day, so I don't even want to hear it.
I think it'll be okay.
It'll be delicious, but it'll be better tomorrow if you save any.
So what are you gonna do when we get there?
Hollywood?
Yeah. Save our town from sure destruction.
Or meet my superfan / producer?
Both equally realistic outcomes.
Tell me about it.
But seriously, assuming I'm wrong, and it's the producer of Sweet Melissa, and they happen to be looking for a new cooking show to pick up, what would you do? Leave us all? Become a big shot like Lando?
Do you really think Barb Miller would still be producing?
He totally blows off the question.
Yeah.
Perfect music.
I have no idea who that is. I miss my babies.
Everything's gonna be okay. Do you believe me?
No, not even a little bit.
You wouldn't even, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know that was an apocalyptic scene.
Interesting.
Or backdrop.
Interesting.
That could have just been a
Okay,
drama.
so played out of context.
Right. That could have just been he's going off to Hollywood to search for his dreams. And
That's
what are you
funny.
going to do? Are you going to leave us behind and become a
Funny.
Lando?
Save our apocalyptic town. Longer clip, admittedly, and we got lost in it too. But I guess I chose it out of a lot of great moments, like I said. But the idea of no, I don't I don't believe it's going to be okay
Yeah.
at all.
Well, like you said, the pointy finger mom, the
Yeah.
realism, the realistic,
But we're doing this and we're going because it is our only hope. And again, another great bit of writing is saving till later, is another point made, when Andy starts eating food. So again, it weaves in, and food is really important. Food is important.
Right. And it
What a
turns out
nerd
that's
I
the
am.
whole point they're there.
What a nerd I am. Do you tongue kiss with your grandma, or did you?
No.
What are your feelings?
And she
about it?
didn't
You
have dentures.
Oh, so that's not how your family operated? You didn't?
No,
Little-
I don't. Yeah. Ancestry.com says I have no French in me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Zing.
zinger.
Um,
Did we just do that?
another time
How
that
did we do that?
I gasped out loud was, and spoiler, Wallace's death.
Uh-huh.
I said, "What?"
He even said that the rain smells like,
Fucking
whatever.
A.
And then all of a
God
sudden,
damn it.
here it comes.
Meteor, like and again,
Small ones.
just like Dante's Peak, the beginning of just a few hit, and then you're off guard, and then bam, fucking A.
And he got like a golf ball one.
awful,
Right through his brain.
I was so angry.
And his daughter had to watch that happen.
So angry.
Yeah.
So we have a robot who's like, they're trying to pick up the pieces of this. They have to go. There is, a reminder, and you like this. There wasn't like a countdown. There should have been a countdown. Days left to download. You would have liked that.
They did. When they would show the little cartoon 8-bit thing. At the
was there
very
one?
top, it had
Oh
a
my
countdown
God,
with the VHS tape. Oh, don't squeeze them too
Okay,
hard.
sorry. That's
Uh,
fucking awesome. Sorry.
You rub gently.
So you
Yeah.
you noticed the tension more even than I did, which I think is absolutely fantastic. So Andy is saying we got to go, and this is where
Because slowing down is what usually kills you humans.
Yeah.
It's like, hello, how do you not know he's a fucking robot? He just said you humans.
yeah, right. It is a later thing, but the idea that she goes to sit down, and he's joined, and then Lando starts to tune up a guitar, and that fucking song got me.
Well, she was mourning on the bench.
Yes,
Yeah.
That
And then
song? I've listened to it several times.
Yeah.
I was crying.
I forgot to see.
Tears.
I saw it was performed by Lando in the credits, but I
Fucking
forgot to look
beautiful.
to see who wrote it.
It was
Shit.
absolutely
Yeah, we should look that up.
beautiful. Honestly, like I was in tears. Like, what the fuck is happening right now?
And that was him singing it for real, I believe.
And again, as not even as a musician, him tuning up the guitar, letting that moment happen, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of like, I don't know. I think a producer would be like, "Can we cut a little bit of this? Like, does he have to
Well,
be tuning that fucking guitar? I don't know."
He only tuned 2 strings. Remember, he did her,
I'm not looking
and that
to
was
get
it.
up and his asshole about it. But
I'm just saying, maybe there was,
but
because
it
there's 6
felt
strings,
like
right?
this is really a moment that's left to happen, and
Yeah.
here I am in tears as a result. Son's
Well,
like,
it was
"Dad,
very-
you okay?" I'm like, "It's been a rough day, dude. I love you, buddy.
Can I have a
If
hug?
I get hit in the head by a meteor, here's the song I want to play
Yeah,
specifically."
sung by Lando.
Oh my God, it really got me, and I loved it. And I love how they gave Dolph Lundgren some love, as they find the studio, which I'm so they find, and again, it's paced in a really good way. It knocks you off your heels a little bit, where you're like, they're where, but the 8-bit keeps you on track.
Yeah.
They fight a sky thing at one point, but they get to the
Well, that was on the Atari thing.
Great.
He shows
Fucking great.
Shows a robot jumping up and killing this winged demon was awesome.
they get to the studio.
Yeah.
And then they're presupposing, like, what if it's Dolph Lundgren? And then somebody's like, why wouldn't you? But that's fascinating to me.
Yeah. Which one of them thought that was stupid? And all the other ones were like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is.
Or
what-
or
yeah.
maybe it was
Who
Andy.
doesn't? Why don't
'cause
you
his
like
whole
Dolph
thing was
Lundgren?
like, that's stupid. He starts to, and Andy's learning to eat at this time. Let's say Andy, I don't know, spoiler, but Andy Prime
Yeah, because
is
his
eating.
the
he's starting to
endorphins are
articulate-
taking over, and then he
Right.
eats a granola bar, and he's like, stupid granola bars.
This is foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Setting up the savior of the world, the gluten-free cook.
Who else would you consider a sexy spider? Either literal spider, you can name a genus, or actor.
Ooh la la.
Because I love the idea.
What was the movie name?
They're
Tarantula. Ooh la la.
tarantula, ooh la la. Yeah, I'd
She's
make
like
this movie.
Yeah, because she's like a Black Widow.
Yeah.
Because
Like a sex. That's
a
another
sexy
line.
spider,
That's
yeah.
another line by Lando. That's would I like it sounds like a sexy spider.
Yeah.
And Sweet Melissa is revealed to be in the studio. In a dream cooking studio.
How about when
you know what I mean?
A1's trying to kick the door down and then
Oh, yeah.
Lando's like,
yeah.
it's got a handle there, buddy. Just give it a little tug.
But so how are you on this kind of hyper realism? Like you see this character who has been set up in a poster early in the movie, and
That was
she's
awesome.
there.
And she's right as soon as they open the door, there she is, and
Yeah.
she's coming out. And I think I was like, oh, it's real.
Yeah.
Like the whole it
They're-
really did
they're just
happen.
going
Like
on. They're
John was
still going
right.
on.
John,
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah.
happened. Like his fantasy is real.
So
and
why
then
are you on board?
I slowly
Why-
realized. Well, I
why are you
realized
not-
pretty quickly that no, she's
And that's fun because
she's
they're
the
manipulating
Terminatrix.
She's
She's the T3.
They're
the TX.
manipulating like his need, his vanity to lure him to his death or what have you. Or
No, luring him to
service,
what his
to
future
service.
is.
Right.
Yeah, because they came back in
service.
time.
That is super fascinating to me. I
Yeah,
love
total like half the movie. Is based on the Terminator.
There was a culinary line that was dropped. I love the James Stash Award. And she was like
do tell.
13 times. Well,
Oh yeah, he says 9 times, and she's like 13. He's like, really?
Yeah, I think a play on the James Beard, which is a legit award. I wonder if they couldn't use James Beard because
I
they
don't
use
know.
James Stash, and that's funny anyway.
That's a chef award.
Yeah. Now, how do you think the world becomes gluten-free in 4 years? The remaining population?
Well, it's the robot she's feeding.
So she does.
It's
a
the robot.
villain dump,
It's the robot army he's feeding.
and she does do it a lot. She monologues a lot.
Yeah.
She could do more murdering. She talks about murdering a lot. Maybe there's still some heart, a la RoboCop. Still some human left. Some sweet Melissa still up in that.
She's a digital motherboard. Yeah, she's not.
Now, I love when is Motherboard talked about earlier?
I think
in the
we
movie?
passed it.
I know
Or-
that, but and that's fun for us to do, as a conversation. So when did Motherboard came up as a concept? Like we think there's a thing, and I love that
conspiracy theory.
as a hive
They
mind.
just dropped it. And
Yeah.
you're like, I even have it in my notes, like motherboard ?
Yeah,
When it first
okay.
got dropped.
Great.
It's like it was a conspiracy theory with Lando and somebody else. They were talking about it.
Was that part of their show?
And that was like way in the beginning.
Oh, and Motherboard, and they're like, oh,
Yeah, something
kind
like
of
that.
similar to the villain in Edge of Tomorrow. That hive. I love the idea. There's a one thing, and if you get rid of it, everything goes down. That's a fun MacGuffin. You know what I mean? Just like in Star Trek: Attack of the Clones. You knock down
that was a
one
good reach
thing,
for Edge of Tomorrow.
and
It's really hard to get to that particular creature. Like you can't get there.
Yeah, and it moves.
Bill,
and
Bill
they,
Paxton keeps making you do push-ups.
It's God, fucking brilliant. We've talked about it many times. I'm sorry, we're off track. The whole set.
Bill Paxton. Oh,
he's got the whole set, and
in his hands.
but it's revealed though. Now this is a fascinating, and they talk about it in the movie that Sweet Melissa and Andy are in cahoots, and they're from the future.
Yeah, they come right out and say it. We're
And
from
it
the
takes.
future.
I think there's some dialogue that makes it well, of course that might be happening because there's portals, right? There's travel.
Someone gets upset about Andy being a liar. I think it was I fed you.
Yeah.
It was John.
Oh, yeah. And
you
John's,
lied to me.
We should.
I fed you.
I feel like maybe we've been light shitting on John in a way for his vanity, but that's the humanity of it. Food is so important, you know, and
it's his dream. He doesn't come across that way because he's following his life's purpose, his life's dream.
Now, hear me on this. He's initially teed up and he's drawn in, and all of them, but Laura's skeptical, and he's drawn in as the savior of the remaining humanity. His food, right, is important, and we find out it's malicious because of this gluten problem. Her robots need to be hyperfueled.
She's feeding
because he talks about even
overlords.
Even in this apocalypse, he can do this gluten-free stuff, and
Yeah.
it's super fun. And then
and it tastes good, like to
because-
release the endorphins.
Yeah, and we didn't say that he's brought in, and they all go home. They go back to New Missoula.
Yeah.
And I worried that you're exposed, right? Because they're like, can you get us back?
They
And they're-
flew back in a plane.
Yeah, but they're exposed. I'm like, okay. And
Who was the pilot? Do you notice it was wasn't it a Cessna?
Is it an
A la
Oh yeah, no, I didn't.
a
Catch
la hard ticket to Hawaii.
that. I did not catch that.
November 9er.
But and like John is a kind of initially brought in where it's Melissa now. He's dropped the suite, but he's tied up,
You're right.
which is great. Like
she's
he's
not
like back
sweet
home,
anymore.
you know, like
She's
it's
not
all
sweet anymore.
it's all going good. And she's revealed to be the motherboard.
Yeah.
And all of the Andys start calling her mommy.
Yeah. They have a program. They
She
have a mommy
acknowledges
program.
that it's creepy. Again, Natasha Leggero's performance in this is just dopamine in my mind, in my brain.
Yeah, I love the whole spider reference too. That
it's super
sexy
fun.
spider.
And again, I think that's what you do when you cast a talented actor, comedian who can just fucking rip.
Yeah.
And it, it'd be interesting to see who else was maybe considered or what have you. But
I think Lando was in from the beginning because he was
lines
buddies.
up, like even with some of her stand up, she's like, there's jokes about like Lando doesn't want poor people to touch him. That I wonder if Natasha Leggero didn't help throw in there from her persona. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want zombies to touch me. I don't want poor people. I don't want anybody to touch me. And again, when she is spoiler alert, transferred into a TV on top of a robot's head, I was so delighted visually.
I'm glad
so
you said
much fucking
spoiler
fun.
alert because that was the first spoiler alert we've said
Yeah, no, there's
about
been a
this
few.
entire movie.
There's been a few. There's been quite a few.
Our whole podcast is a spoiler
Yeah.
alert. Why am I ripping on you? I'm sorry about that.
No, you rip.
I just got
Rip, baby. Rip it.
the
Hey,
claws
don't you
and
watch the
You
Todd
did something to
Rip
make
the bear.
fangs come out. I don't know what you did, but something happened. Something.
Positive dynamic tension. It's staring you in the face on my computer all the time.
Have you ever practiced dynamic tension? It's such a good workout.
in my wiener? The idea that she
Wait, you might be onto something.
that we have
Wait, my head just exploded. Not that one, but the top one.
the idea
Hold
that she is revealing her master plans because the robots find their way to New Missoula, and how she has to reframe things because she's still learning, right?
Yeah.
Like she stumbles on her words, like
Well-
she doesn't articulate things right, which I think is
Yeah.
funny.
Well, Andy's talking with
Yeah,
the other Andys,
He's got
the other
his,
T1,
like,
and like he's like,
deadpan-
"Why do they need saving?" He's like,
deadpan. Like, what do you think? Or what do you think's going on
"He's
over
like,
there?
what do they need saving?" He's like, "Oh yeah, they need a lot of saving."
Because as John is still stuck at in Hollywood,
Yeah,
he's got the Andes, and I like visually one comes in the side. A la Zanuck Brothers, looks like a shot from Airplane. But food, ultimately, because that scene where they're, like you mentioned, the granola bar, and he says, you know what, take the peanuts out of that useless garbage, go into my bag,
yeah,
and pair it with that raspberry jam.
right.
And then that next scene, which could have been my quote, he's like, he's feeling respected, and he just figures out what matters to him. But they're just sitting there eating like, yeah, you got any more of that food?
I would eat anything you made
Yeah.
all the time.
and that loyalty ultimately helps in the end.
Yeah.
I mean, he murders all but one of them, but there's hesitation because of this like fun connection.
Yeah. Well, the Andy 2 and 3 survive, but he has to kick them out because they'll still kill humans. and the
I forget
fake crying in the end.
that scene was so funny.
Yeah.
It was so funny because they're so
I
sharp to be out
crying?
of it. Like, I'm done. Wait, what? Oh my god! But we did get ahead of ourselves. For a second.
Yeah. We
When she says, "I'm going to eat the shit out of you," that was my favorite confusion. Like, wait, you're gonna eat the poop out of our bodies? Like,
Yeah.
Nope, getting it wrong.
and I so want to know if Lando made that up on the spot or if if Kyle actually wrote that.
yeah, absolutely.
Because that sounds like an improvised line.
If you're writing this movie, I just take a pause. to get your third act, to get your big, conflict with the big bad going, because John is freed. He's got a little help.
The final showdown.
What would you do to try to precipitate said showdown?
Well, I would have him have to go save Laura and or the hero, the crew, which is what kind of what they did.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's all set up to that.
It,
I mean, everything is leading to that final.
But he uses his own show. He does a live version of the show as the ruse, as the final set piece, which I think is kind of fun, right? Because they give him some space because of food. Because food matters.
Well, they get that whole studio they built for him in L.A.
Yeah.
Or
now he can't
being
save
the sexy
Laura
spider
because she's trapped in that house that she fled to. Right, and it burns down. Oh, and I forget how it burns down.
During the final conflict, each of our heroes is stuck in their own little. Yeah, she's stuck in a burning house. Lando is caught in his glamper.
Lando's breaking down. Laura in a burning house, and the VHS tape is destroyed.
Yeah, Lando's having a existential crisis because he can't help. Like he's not a warrior. So he's sitting there hiding in his glamper watching everybody get
this
killed.
Is happening at once
simultaneous during the final battle. But the Marauders, and how about the arrival of Officer Joe with the zombies?
But I like the idea that he clears a bunch of his rivals. He clears the playing field a little bit because he gets them to calm down. He makes, again, and we're going to drop another food, paella. And what I thought was brilliant, again,
oops, I left the gluten in.
Great writing is like they all decide to stop and eat because he kind of says, I'm here to acquiesce. I'm here to help wrangle everybody. So they start to eat this food, and he's over in the side eating his can of knockoff SpaghettiOs.
Oh, John was?
Yeah. Did you see him?
No.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
Oh, shit.
The look on your face is why I'm alive.
Got another day.
He's over, eating his tin, shit-eating grin, and you see just one or two SpaghettiOs within the muscles. And I didn't know what was going to happen to them.
Who prepared that stuff? Because every plate was just gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You just like, I want one. I want some of that.
Area. And they kind of explode.
Yeah.
And then Andy Prime is ordered, and this order killed me. He's ordered to kill what's-her-face.
By Sexy Spider, Motherboard, Sweet Melissa.
And
she's got a lot of titles.
Kill what's-her-face. And Andy won. What I thought, and I wrote down, Andy 1 suicides himself. He eats the SpaghettiOs, but he doesn't explode. Are you puzzled?
Or
am I
No, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to get the scene in my head. So
I thought it was notable because it was a really cool moment. He's
Andy 2
got
and
the
3?
gun. No, I think that's Andy Prime.
Okay.
Because he's wearing the jacket, and that comes back later because Lano's like,
they always say he's got the jacket on. Yeah,
because we got to figure out a way to differentiate you two. But and if I'm
that was
email us.
Was that him?
Email us.
He's turning into a real boy. It's like his whole arc.
Yeah, and maybe that's why he dies.
That's the moment of the robot dies and he becomes a real boy.
I'm in. Do you agree with Motherboard's assessment that brunch is another worthless human invention?
I love brunch.
You disagree with her?
I do.
Oh boy.
Because I love sleeping in till 9 or 10 and just eating that one meal at 11 or noon and being good till dinner.
And as you said, we have a great final showdown because you kind of forget about Murray. Weird. And you kind of maybe are meant to forget about Joe. And you have these separate heroes arriving. One first, though, right?
Let's earn that Taco Tuesday, Marauders.
Yeah. Great line.
We forgot that he told him about Taco Tuesday.
That's a thing.
And
all day, baby.
Is that exactly what it sounds like? And he's like, all day, baby. He's like, you got a deal, cowboy.
Again, that scene, the camaraderie there, like
Well,
made my black
it's
heart a little less black.
Sorbo. I'm sorry,
Kevin
Hercules.
Sorbo, yeah.
With an O or an A.
Sorbo,
and what's his name?
Sorbo. I love it. Off mic. It'll be too long if we. But anyway, Kevin Sorbo.
Is that Sean Connery in a diaper?
No, no.
What movie's that?
And Zardoz.
I was close.
Yeah, I guess.
I
so.
was close.
We'll play back the tape on that one.
Zardoz.
My gut says no.
Zardo.
What I like about this movie is it leans into a hero's trope, and maybe I'll add a hero's journey trope.
Yeah, well, that's his whole thing with the writing.
Okay, so let me throw this one to you. Our hero is injured in the shoulder.
Sweet Melissa manifests a knife from her AI.
No, his own. It's his own knife. She has his own, and like with mine own knife,
it flew like into her hand.
Yeah.
Like she did. Like
she's got cool powers.
Like she did a Skywalker with the.
She used the Force. She Skywalkered. Yeah, she was the old Starbuster.
Sweet Melissa Skywalked.
She destroyed the destroyer. Yeah, and he's like with my own knife. Even he's relegated to death, but.
Well, he got stabbed in the shoulder, so we knew he was going to live.
Now, forgive this question because it may be inappropriate, but is this not a known trope that the hero is always shot in the shoulder? It's usually shot, but isn't the hero always winged in the shoulder? Isn't that a thing?
He's got to live. He can't be sent.
No. I mean, I'm going deep. I'm going specifically the shoulder. I don't mean like.
Is it part of the writing trope of
part of the hero's journey that they're injured in the shoulder?
They have to get injured before. Before the conquer, because he's about to conquer. He's about to win the whole battle.
Not what I said.
Well, that's where my mind is.
Injured in the shoulder.
Yeah. A non-lethal wound.
Always shot in the shoulder.
Does the hero have to get a non-lethal wound?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's the leg.
I'm being very rigid, and I'm gonna flaccid down. Okay, I knew I'd get you. I love you, man.
I got a flaccid.
Fucking love you. Just saying the word flaccid.
The pills are wearing off.
Oh no,
we're going flaccid.
Yeah, but we have separate heroes showing up, and again, here's where the early, and this is 7.5 hours ago when I said, "Is there a phenomenon just that that there should be named?" Where you have a suspicion, you say, I'm thinking these robots look like exactly like iRobot.
Uh-huh.
And this guy is in Hercules. So all movie, in a way, I have Ram in the back of my head, and no disrespect to our writer and director.
No, he did use iRobots. He said he loved that movie.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
I'm talking here.
Thunder,
Kamala
stolen.
But the whole movie, I am thinking as the watcher, those robots look like iRobot and that guy's in Hercules. And then as Kevin Sorbo is about to leap into battle with a Grim Reaper scythe, he says, let's go Hercules on these iRobot wannabes.
Yes.
That's how I was paid off by the movie.
And he had to have added that line because he wrote the movie. He wrote the screenplay before they had Kevin Sorbo signed on.
It's perfect.
You didn't think it was too on the nose?
And I wonder,
tongue in cheek?
In a boardroom, did somebody say, like, is that too much? But I love movies, and that made me smile. I feel like it paid me off. Like, it didn't, not that far. I see what you're doing, you
You
dirty
sure you
devil.
meant to use the word paid?
Yes, it paid me off. It paid off. Me personally.
It blanked you off?
You dirty dog. You dirty, salty mother. Anyway.
Double dog dare you.
You hairy armpitted,
hairy
datish
bald
lady.
mother.
Because the whole time I'm thinking about these things, and then the guy says it, and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, hell yeah!"
There it is.
My ninth
my
time
reason for being
explaining.
here.
I think I sharded a bit.
Yeah.
So much of me came out watching this movie.
If they don't say Hercules, I'm gonna scream.
Well, I don't know. I liked it. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
And so,
and credit to him for doing it. Like,
fuck yeah.
He could have just said, no, I'm not doing that.
Fuck yeah. Well, maybe.
And he said,
Okay,
well, this is
you
another
watched-
thing they said. He was so kind on the set to everyone because everyone wanted his
rad.
autograph and pictures taken with him and all that. And he said yes to everybody. And I think he was there like a week. And they also hired his son to play
brought that
Gray.
Call the Conqueror DVD up in there. Hell yeah. And he would have signed it. And I love it. Call back to
And
I see that his son is
Chip's episode that we went and got.
Shit. I'm
Yes.
having a moment in our podcast. 2 hours and 27 minutes into it.
Existential crisis.
Gray
Lando.
is his son, Braden Sorbo.
Yeah. I just thought I'd
I know. You
add
just
that tidbit in there.
exploded my tiny mind.
And Hercules was hired first. And then the son came on after.
Props to Braden Sorbo. And did you see the guns on Braden Sorbo? Did you see his arms? They introduced him
He's
shirtless.
tall
sleeveless.
as hell.
Fuck yeah.
He's taller than his
He's
dad.
got the hair. Okay, sorry.
Do you like that haircut? Do you like this newfangled haircut?
Everybody listening,
I can't
I'm not getting lazy. I just didn't make those connections, and maybe the gray.
Ooh, a little deep purple.
Fucking A.
Deep Purple.
He
Are
was
you with
great.
me? Lazy Deep
Again,
Purple. Do you listen to Deep
That's
Purple?
boring.
Had you listen to Deep Purple's boring?
Did you? I was in a band that covered Fireball. Eat it. What have you done? I didn't say
What have
played
I
on it. I
done?
didn't say I played on it.
What have I done, Ryan?
So the battle. What did you think of the battling? Did you like the fighting?
Yeah.
Was it too much?
No, and I liked. He found the shovel.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like
That's why I
looking
noticed.
at it, and like, okay, that was the T-101, right? That was Andy.
I loved,
Andy became, this is very effective.
Why do you think Kevin Sorbo had a Grim Reaper scythe?
Because
it's good to decapitate
Because
with.
he was leading the zombies.
Was
and
there
they're
anything?
dead?
Oh yeah. Was there
Maybe?
anything that like led to that earlier? And I'm probably asking too many questions, but
I don't remember that being foreshadowed in
Yeah.
any way because he was just afraid of zombies.
I wonder if it's an easier effect to because maybe ostensibly he was just holding a
It could
stick
just
of
be
some
all they
sort,
had.
or he's just okay. Hold
It'd
your
just be
hands
the-
like this and swipe. There's going to be something in your hand. I promise it's not going to be a dick.
It was the
There are
only
several dicks on top of each
It
other
might have been the only prop they
in
had
the
around
shape of a big dick. It's not going to be dick related. And he's like, cool.
with a
And as long as I don't have to say fucking Hercules,
blade at the
because I will walk off this goddamn set. I'm taking my son with me, his guns, all of it.
and you guys can
eat a dick.
suck it.
Yeah. Kid's a star.
Except he doesn't. He's
And
a very
I'm
kind,
gonna use a line
generous
from the movie.
man.
Braden Sorbo, kid's a star.
And I just saw an episode, literally like last night or today, of 2.5 Men with Kevin Sorbo in it, where he is. So you're not up on it, but
But he's like a guest star on it
yeah, and he's in a hot tub with the ex-wife
of Charlie
of
Sheen.
the other brother.
of John Cryer.
Yeah, so John Cryer's
Scandalous.
ex-wife.
Oh, that's too much.
So John
Too
Cryer
much.
is underwater in the hot tub with Sorbo's 22-year-old daughter, and his at his ex-wife's house.
Okay.
And then Sorbo and the ex-wife come and get in the hot tub, and he's like saying, "Well, I've never been really." She goes, "Yeah, take off your robe," and she's like, "Oh God."
Come on, boy.
And then the two of them pop up and like
Holy
he's like,
shit.
"Hi, Daddy."
Holy shit.
And anyway, he's like super kind and, kind of clueless about the whole thing. And I couldn't believe that I saw that tied in right when we were doing this movie. It was so funny.
I'm doing this right at the end. Xena, huge in my life.
Xena, the
Warrior
Princess Warrior.
the show, and they did crossover Hercules, and so I do have a special place in my heart for Kevin Sorbo.
So I can't wait to hear Xena tied
Huge
into
Xena
this.
fan. No tie. I'm just saying that fact. That's just a fact. And they crossed over. Huge amount of respect for Kevin Sorbo, and I just feel I love hearing that they're kind people, and are nice to others, and understand that somebody wants their autograph, and hopefully it's not that big of a burden, but like I would absolutely
Every cast and crew,
You're
I
like,
got a
yo.
selfie with them. Yeah, he's only going to be here
if
so
you're
long.
all right with this, please. It means
Yeah.
something to me. I don't know how you approach something right about it, but like, so after they succeed in again defeating the Hive Queen, which again
Oh, now we're going to the bee reference.
Well, isn't that essentially kind of how
Queen
the
Bee.
parallel
I
to
just like
this?
that's another one.
Who dispatches her?
It is Gray with his live show
That's
broadcast.
right.
And
'cause
she
they're
just goes,
trying, they're trying to
she's
upload
just about
her
to kill him, and all of a sudden she goes, "Boo, boo, boo,"
Yeah.
powers down, and it turns out the nemesis turns out to save
Yeah.
the hero. Yeah,
and the whole idea was they're trying to overload her
yeah,
maybe
because they're using dial-up.
semi-limited
They're using
bang.
dial-up.
Yeah. And
So
just
it doesn't take much.
Taking a Christmas light bulb out.
Yeah.
can
Just fucks
sabotage
everything
the
down.
whole thing.
And that was a Christmas Vacation reference. Had to be the big wad of Christmas lights
Acting
and a bulb
as,
not working.
acting as full like coaxial or whatever the modern equivalent cable. You know,
Yeah.
like he's laying it down as a full
Yeah,
thing, and
except
you're like
it's the thickness
on
of
a microscope. You're like, that's fucking hilarious.
it's the thickness of an anaconda hunting down what's her face. I
Carrie
cannot
Wurr?
the movie Anaconda
Jennifer Lopez?
starring
Jennifer Lopez.
J Lo. Thank you.
It's hunting down Owen Wilson and his beautiful hair.
And eating him alive.
how do you like how they conclude the film? How do you like how it wraps up? Oh, that shouldn't be that many pages.
Well, yeah. Let's see what I wrote, Ryan, about how I felt about
go
how
ahead,
it
get it
wrapped
out.
up.
We're not, producer's not giving us this hairy eyeball too hard.
Oh,
Tell us
that
what's
is
up.
a Juno reference. Well done, sir.
She is.
Or no, she
It-
says stink eye,
It
doesn't
could
she?
be it's a Predator's reference, or the Predator.
Fuck.
Olivia Wilde says it. Anyway, what do you got?
Wait, Olivia Wilde's not in The Predator.
Yeah,
No, she's not.
we're having a Munn Wilde situation, aren't we?
Yeah, you are. Olivia Munn is not
Okay.
Olivia Wilde.
My bad. What do you got? Give it to us. And give it to me, babe.
So, what was the question?
What
How
else
did I
do you
feel
have
about-
to say?
How?
What else do you have to say?
I got
on our
A2 and
show?
A3 sent packing and crying.
You don't it wasn't read your notes.
Boned.
But we've kind of arced the show. We've been recording for
All right,
2 hours
here's
and 47
something. Here's
minutes.
something really funny.
Give it to me.
So when Laura is going through her dad's things in the end there, and she's got the Bible box or whatever, and the VHS tape falls out, and she held it up, and it just flashed by the screen for a second. I thought it said Whale Tails, and I wrote it down in my
Oh.
notes that I thought she was finding like a whale tail G-string underwear video that the preacher was using for self-gratification, and that it was a
need
funny
to say-
thing.
Say more about this.
So I went back and then when I watched it the second time, I paused it, and it's Veggie Tales.
No, I understand that.
So
Got-
Freudian
No, with you. What is whale tails, and how does it relate to
isn't a
self-gratification?
G-string from behind called a whale tail? Yes, it is.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
In what?
So when you
age,
got the
era?
buttocks sticking out, and you
No,
got
I
the
get
little
it. I
thing.
get it.
Do I
Yeah,
have to
with you.
describe the whole?
No. But is this really? Please, now I need emails.
I'm like,
about this.
I need to say
Dad.
psychology. Who?
I will take the rest of the year off and field nothing but emails about this. So you interpreted it as this maybe porn. He was holding out porn.
Gentle,
And it
soft
was
porn,
So
girls in
specific,
underwear,
just
whale
whale
tails.
tails.
A,
I'm writing
a
it down.
VHS
Writing
of
it-
whale tails that the
Whale-
preacher used and hid with his Bible so nobody would find it. Just a la the Playboy books and,
We're
that
gonna
we hid in the.
yeah, we're gonna leave that where it needs to be. I'm gonna remain and revere you as a friend. I'm gonna say, Todd, and look into your blues. We've been friends a long time, yet you
Yes.
still surprise me.
Deep into the baby
You
blues.
still
I know,
surprise me.
I know.
Whale tails.
Uh,
buddy. Whale tails.
How did I
buddy.
get that out of Veggie Tales?
I don't. I think we're still off on what's unique about all this. We're still missing it. If you care, text me later about really what's
PhD
what's
psychiatrist.
staggering to me
please,
about this.
Please,
But
give me a little analysis here.
we end on like camera in. We have a full production of the show, which we may have a fracas on the last line. Do you have a frack?
There's no fracas.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So
It ends.
maybe we'll say it at the same time.
So
but
the kids get done filming.
God, and I'm glad we've kind of given them an arc,
Yeah.
like, and they're mean to Andy. They're giving him do it, robot.
Robot boy.
Like they're after him. Like, we're not taking no shit from you.
Yeah.
Because
these
think
are
about
little
it,
girls.
all they know
They're like
is
under 10.
death from robots, right?
Yeah.
That would be trauma from birth.
From birth to now.
Like in the Terminator world, there's tons of
Mom
parallels.
says we have to trust you, but I don't.
Awesome. Sarah Connor all over that bitch.
Yeah.
And
So what's your story?
And I have a line, but I don't think it's the last line.
There's only one last line.
Okay.
Are you ready?
On three.
Same time.
3, 2, 1.
This is Cuisine de la Pocalypse.
Yeah, well, I blew it. This is. I forgot that this is.
Yeah.
So it's not Kids
But
a Star.
you didn't get whale tails out of
It's
the
not Kids a Star. Who says, he said Lando. Oh, because Lando is saying Kids a Star because he's recognizing Chef as a star.
Well,
Chef
and I
John.
think just
He's
their
like, "Kid's a
leadership
star."
and the directing and,
Yeah.
the way they were taking charge of the whole filming. Kid's a star.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the end
I'm so thankful
of our hour and 47 movie.
that's what we'll agree on, an hour and 47 minutes. And what do you think about Flyby Time? Did you watched it a few more times than me? Did it ever drag? Did it?
No. And again, I say this every freaking movie, but it's true and genuine, is that it got better each time that I watched it.
No surprise. No surprise.
I mean,
And-
you get
and
more of the depth.
You discover more.
Yeah. And some, I mean, there's got to be some movies that aren't that way. You just
Yeah.
like, no, this sucks and I don't ever want to watch this. But
I will commit to being very obsessive over the shops
yeah.
in New
Yeah.
Missoula.
Yep.
Next time I watch, I think. How about you?
Yeah.
What do you think you may try to look for?
Yeah, no, for sure. I want to see that and like more of the background like you do because,
Oh,
I was like,
did you watch
teeth
it
into the
with
story.
Subtitles?
yes.
So you caught all the... 'cause
yeah,
there-
that's how
there
I
was-
got the Gary and the Gray too. I think it even did that in the sub. I don't know.
There may be a lot that is set off screen that you miss. I'm not sure. So something to like an asterisk
Yeah.
there.
I love when
because
there's this
a
big
lot of
fight
Lando's
going on and
gold
it's
is all, yeah.
doing all the Lita Ford
Shit.
lyrics.
God damn.
That's great.
All right. Well, we are fans of this film quite a bit.
Yes.
I guess it doesn't
And we
need
get
to,
to
be said
thank
as much.
we get to thank
The
not
internet.
Kyle directly or who
The
was it that first
internet.
reached out?
Doesn't matter who. We're very excited.
But how it's not often we get to thank the filmmaker for
right.
giving us the
Somebody
movie. It's 2
affiliated
times in a
and-
row. Yeah.
This is amazing. We're super lucky, and we hope to have an episode upcoming speaking to some people who had a part
his
had a
upcoming
part
movie.
in making this stuff. Oh, you got something?
Well,
Go.
I
baby.
mean, we'll get into it, but his let me find his name. Kyle, here it is. His upcoming movie that's in post-production is called No Service.
All
So
right.
that'll be coming out.
Sweet.
It's in post right now. Hopefully it's not a year and a half in post like this movie.
Well, it'll be done, hopefully, and it'll be great. All right. There are not a ton of reviews, and I'm going to maybe shock the audience.
Ooh.
I only have one review.
I thought
and-
you were going to give us your own review.
And it's a good one. No, there are not a lot of reviews.
So you're saying
And
you
that's-
couldn't find a bad review of this movie.
And so far, nothing bad. So I was able to joyfully cull through good ones. And I know we aim.
that makes me feel great.
I know we aim for some fun. So let's see if this one is some fun. And it's a fun title. And the title, and I'm reading it all this verbatim, is The Best Movie Review on the Internet. And I'm pausing for effect.
It is. That's the
that
title.
says a lot.
Little narcissism there, yeah.
Cuisine and Apocalypse was by far one of the best movies that I have seen in my whole life, period. Granted, I have not seen many, but of the few, quizzing to the apocalypse is a bright and shining star in the sea of dull and emotionless content. One of my favorite parts in the film was when one of the Marauder characters gave what has to be the best line I will ever hear in a movie. Let's earn that Taco Tuesday.
Yes. Marauders.
Every single actor delivered a perfect performance and brought a new light to the film that I think helped it really stand out. Although there were some times that I wasn't entirely sure what was made up for by the incredible line delivery from the main cast. And the cameo from the dog was amazing. The only thing that I did not love about this movie, what's the quality of some of the CGI? It did take me out of the movie sometimes, however, usually it went unnoticed. I would highly recommend this movie to anyone who's looking for a fun apocalypse film.
Yay.
Yeah. Fun. That is a consistency, I guess, that there's a tone of negativity in some of the reviews that I saw that are out there, or some people say the CGI was, in whatever word is, a little bit disparaging, but not a lot.
Right.
I didn't find anything. I thought everything
There wasn't
felt and fit great.
Yeah, there wasn't the money to do.
Well,
it was better than
my opinion
Sharknado.
Is everything felt and fit great, and this movie was a fucking blast.
It
so
was.
I'm gonna figure out what shops are in that town. I think
Write them all
and
down.
Figure out where we fit somewhere, and we will find our way in New Missoula. Eventually.
Is that a real town though in Montana? You said you've
sure
flown
is. Yeah.
there. It's actually called like New Orleans and New York.
We'll
and-
listen to the beginning of the podcast after. We'll go right back in.
You fucking.
So
You think my memory goes back that far? You silly boy.
Until we do the next adventure, Todd, I have to ask you and say this.
Oh, the baby browns are intense right now.
Hey, Todd.
Is it over? I don't want it to be over.
Oh my God! What did you
I
just
have to-
do? You just
I have to get home before the
you
ice
just
storm. You're
wankied the
right.
cranky, buddy. So, do we do this again? I mean,
Yeah,
we don't edit a lot. I don't know what
I want.
Are
This
you
is a
okay?
live show. You get what you get, baby. So
Right.
give me. I want more out of you from that delivery. Give me more of the hey Todd. I want to feel it from deep in your.
Actually, this is fascinating. We've been, I guess, doing it as
Yeah, you just-
organically as we can.
So hey Todd, that's not enough. I need more.
But nobody's asking us much to alter, change, or leave this. Maybe this is a bit that needs to go. But hey, Todd.
No, more sultry. I need the sexy spider
Oh, we need
from you, Ryan. I need the brown-eyed.
Hey, Todd.
There it is. Yes, Ryan.
We'll always have
Monty Doro.
White, powdery.
He said it was live, didn't he?
Who are those guys?
Who are those guys?
You'll love it. It's just a little
Love it. It's just as like independent. You know what I mean? You're about to say
You'll love it. It's just a little independent. You're gonna love it. It's just a little independent. Okay.
we're tens. Yeah, we're two or
Yeah.
two. We're like we know love it. It's just as little independent. Like it's just
Like I'm introducing a movie to you.